Hello students, today I'm going to discuss a very important topic with you, and that is the topic of recursion. Let me read the definition first. When a function or method is called by itself, this process is called recursion. The function is a function that performs recursion is called the recursive function. All right, everyone. Now students, on the basis of this definition, suppose I write a function rec is there. All right, and inside this function definition I have got a function call that is also rec. That means function is calling itself. So definitely it's a recursive function. So it's quite simple to design, but there is much more to this idea. So we'll discuss more about it. Now let's begin with one problem. Just now there is a problem which says print hi 5 times. All right. So what do I need to do? The moment I see this word times, I immediately decide that this can be done using the loop. So that's very fine. I design a loop here for int, and I take a loop variable count, initialize it with value 1. If you have any problem with the loop, please watch my video of looping, and then up to 5. So then count plus plus. So for loop with initialization, test and update, what it is doing, it is printing. All right, count, sorry, with high. All right, I have written it count here just to show you 1 high, 2 high, 3 high, means you get to know that 5 high have been printed. All right, 5 times it's been printed. Students, now suppose there is a class, right? Say class X is there, and it is a function. It has got public void show. All right, and it prints system.out.println. I'm writing in short, please manage. And here I write hi just one time. Okay, this is done here. Now I write a function. All right, say call. Call is the name of the function I have given here, and I write here for int I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. This is a loop which works 5 times, and I call this function show, inside this function, this loop body. So this function has been called how many times? 5 times. This will also going to print hi 5 times. Now I close the function call, and then finally I close the function class definition, that is X. The program is over. So first way I have done here. This is the second way, which is here. Now you have seen here that this function is there which is calling itself. So once this process begins, it will be calling itself infinite number of times, because infinite recursion will be there, because nothing is there to stop the process once this begins. All right, all the details I'll be giving later, but just now I just want you to understand the recursion properly and how easy it is to design. And as a beginner, you can always take the help of the loop concepts to design a recursive function. No harm in doing that. And as you do more and more programs, things will be quite easy for you. Then there is no need to think in the terms of loop or something. But initially I would suggest that you always take the help of the concept of loop while designing a recursive function. All right. Now students, same problem I can do using a recursion function or recursive function. So how I'm going to do that here? Class, suppose y, I have the name, I have given the name here. Now here what I do, public void name of the function I have given, show. All right. Now, students, the main task which we have to perform is system dot out dot print ln, that is to print hi, semicolon, that is there. How many times? There is 5. So when you look at this loop, this works how many times? 5 times. Means when the count is less than equal to 5, you print hi. As simple as that. So what I do here, I put a condition which was the test expression of the loop, and I say count less than equal to 5, and you print what? Hi. Okay. Now after printing, the control goes where? It goes to this update expression. Very fine. So students, I write here a recursive call show, and I want to give the next value to the count, right? So what I do here, I write here plus plus count. All right. You can write count plus 1 also, not a problem, semicolon. So when I want to provide an integer parameter, so I provide here an argument int count. Less space is there and I close the parenthesis. Please manage int count. Students, what happened? I have got test expression here, loop body, the main task which is to be performed here inside this condition. All I am picking up from the loop. All right. And after that, update expression has been given to the recursive call. All right. Now what will happen? Now this will only be executed. This and this will only be executed when this condition is true. As it happens in the case of loop, when it is true, then hi is printed. All right. Now students, after that, what I do, I close this function. Which function? Show. To start this process of recursion, I have got a function public void call. All right. Students, when I compare this with loop, I have taken test expression here. I have got the loop body statement here. Update is also here. But where is the initialization? And actually int count is here, very much here, just like this, but it doesn't have any value. So how we will pass the value? When I call this function show, from this function call, I provide initial value 1 from here, semicolon. After that I close call, and finally I close the function, I close the class definition. Now you can see how easy it is to design a recursive function. Whenever you are stuck up, you can always have the iterative solution and get the help from there. For small problems or for small programs, you can always go for this method. But later you will be having some complex problems, and by that time you will be more skilled in designing the recursive function. So at that time you do not need to go for the iterative solution or the loop to get a recursive function done. But as of now, this method is perfect. I hope everybody has understood it well. Thanks everyone.